Hello, sports lovers. I go by the name IG. This is the game podcast. Let's go after it. So today we are doing a very different thing. We are coming from the field to your wallet, and the reason why we're coming to your wallet is because how do we save in 2025? That's the bigger question. Like, what do I need to do so that by the time this year ends, I'm in this level or in that level? So those are the things that really made me thinking. And I said, because I've started something, let me share with you guys, and so that we can get to know what you can do to have that money, to have that bag. And I said, because start by sharing that this is not an endorsement of any product. This particular video is not sponsored, so it's just something that happened to hit me last year. I happened to go to Rwanda, and by the time I was doing the planning, I was planning from May to December, and I came to realize that I had so many constraints because you see, I have like 6 months to save this particular period of time, and therefore, though I reached that target that I wanted, but you could realize that I went through a lot of strains. So now for this year, I just said I'll do something different. I'll be able to analyze and see what the previous years have been, and so that I can know. Because you see, in the beginning of the year, every channel is talking about you need to invest here, you need to do this, you need to save that, you need to do that. And I just said I'll take my time, and once I take my time, I'll be able to give out information that probably is something that I'm doing. Not necessarily everybody must do that, but at least you can get something that you can do so that it can make you have a difference. So for the last 2 years, I've been looking at a company called Chums, and it's a really great company. In the beginning of the year, like everybody was, there was an M-Shwari savings, there was banks are telling you to save this particular period of time and all that. So I just decided, let me see what Chums is all about for the last 2 years, and I've been able to see that every year they've been successful. I know like one or two people who've been successful in that initiative of just saving their cash in that platform. So I started with the 52-week challenge. So the 52-week challenge, somebody saves 50 shillings for the first week of January. You save 100 shillings on the second week of January. You save 150 shillings on the third week of January. You save 200 on the last week of January. So by that, you come to realize that by the time January will be ending, you'll be having around uh, 350, 450, 500. So at the end of January, you'll be having a savings of 500. And by the time it keeps on accumulating like that with 50 shillings on top, at the end of the 52-week challenge, you'll be able to have accumulated 68,900. So I looked at myself, I'm like, damn, 68,900 is a good money. And then you just say 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. So you can make a decision to save in two ways. So you can start small. You can start with the 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. Or alternatively, you can take whereby you choose the bigger amount to the lesser amount. So let's say, like for example, you can say you want to start with 2,600, 2,550, 2,500, 2,450, 2,400, 2,350, 2,300, 2,250, 2,200. So that is the two elements of how you can save. So you can save like on a weekly basis, but also you can save as and when the money comes in. So what really made me like really like to save with this guy was for the saving of the purpose. Like for me, for this year, I'd like to visit a certain country, and I can only do that by having a particular budget, and that budget makes me to save. So that means I have a purpose of why I want to save. And then it also has got goal setting. Now for the goal setting is for let me just get. They also have a quick save. A quick save is whereby, let's say, like you just want to save for a particular period of time, or you want to save for a particular thing. If you want to go, let's say, like to the movie, if you want to have dinner, if you want to buy a particular gadget, a particular machine, you are able to choose that, and you're able just to save. You're also able to transfer from your quick save to your 52 week challenge. So for me, this is week 4, and I have a total of 5,150 in my Chums account. So that will mean when I have, let's say, like 50 shillings, I save. If I get 100, I save. If I get 200, I save. I know that the goal is to reach 68,500, 68,900. But for me, I wish to reach like 100,000. So I'll be updating you guys as time goes. After every 14 days, I'll be able to update you so that you guys can be knowing how I'm faring on, and also I can act as an inspiration to you, or we can just like liaise among each other and just see how we can motivate. When you want to have money for emergencies, if you have a dream trip or even start your investment journey, all built in just 50 shillings at a time. So this one is, like there's normally this trend whereby somebody needs money urgently, and at times this happens to us guys. Like for men, we can have, let's say, like 10,000 yesterday, you spend the 10,000 today, and by tomorrow you don't have the money. So Chums just enables you to prepare for emergency or any eventualities that might happen to you, so that you can be having liquid cash for you to be able to sustain yourself. So for my personal experience with Chums, this thing has really been, like when I was installing it in my phone, I was just thinking that it's just an application whereby I'll be reminding myself to spend the money when I out, or to save the money. But I've come to realize for Chums, when, let's say, like I go to a restaurant, if I pay 2,000, Chums just notifies me that, Ignatius, would you like to save 120 shillings, the balance that I have? Or let's say when somebody sends me money, if I get, let's say, like 3,500, 3,590, then Chums notifies me that, Ignatius, there's this 90 shillings that is on top of whatever you have. Would you mind saving this money? And I was like, damn, that is really nice. I like that back end initiative. I don't know what to call it. It's like having a coach who, let's say, like motivates you to save money. So each and every time the coaches just urges you, when, let's say, like you're in a restaurant or when you're in a bar, you're buying drinks. I think there's a way that that application knows that you're spending money. So, and it keeps on reminding you, even if it's like 2 or 3 or 4 times, the more you spend the money, the more notifications you have. And then it is like, yeah, I need to save. So you realize, for me, I deposit like 90 shillings, I deposit 100, I deposit 130. Because you see, if I'm having a meal worth 1,500, then why shouldn't I save 500? Why shouldn't I save 1,000 shillings? So that one really motivated me, and that is a personal experience, and I love Chums for that personal touch and that personal notification. So for people who follow me, or just for people who are just watching there and wondering how do they go about it. So for savings, I know it normally starts, it's very painful, because you see, at the end of the day, you come to realize you might have, let's say, like 4,000 in your account, and you have a problem of 1,000 or 2,000. So it's painful when you start. It's really hard, because you see, you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice a lot. You have to sacrifice your 100 shillings. You have to sacrifice your 50 shillings for you to be able to save. So for Chums, it gives you that application. It gives you that awareness. It gives you that proposition of whereby you save the 50 shillings, you save the 100 shillings, and at the end of the day, at the end of the year, you come to you learn that you have this much, and by that time, that means your goals, you can be able to achieve your goals. You can be able to go for dinners, you can be able to travel, you can be able to do anything that you feel at that particular time is necessary. So my call to action is that you need to download the Chums app, or choose any other application that you feel you are you're comfortable with. And once you choose that application, you need to have that initiative. You need to have a goal. As the game, we really advise guys to at least have a game plan of how this year will be. If, let's say, like you want to do CPAs, you have to register for exams, and those exams cost money, so you need to save. If you need to start a professional certification or something, you need to save. This is an application whereby you can save, having that objective. If you've already set your goals, if you know what you want in this world, if you know where you want to be, so this is a very good application that will enable you to be at that particular place and at that particular period of time. So I encourage you, each and every person, if you can feel you need to have an objective and you need to save for that reason. For the next reason why I love Chums is because it's behavioral led. Just as I said earlier, let's say, like when somebody sends you money, when you have, let's say, like 2,100, Chums will notify you that Ignatius or IG, you have got 2,100. Why don't you save the 100 shillings for your future objective to be accomplished? So it gives you that, even if you're saying you don't understand finances that much, but Chums gives you that platform, that notification, that aspect of just engaging with you, so that you can feel like, I need to save this money for a particular period of time. I need to do this. I need to do that. By the end of the day, I believe by the time the year ends, people can even have 100,000 goal to be achieved. You can have 200,000 goal to be achieved. You can even have a half a million. As they say, the sky is the limit. You have a very big goal. Even if you don't achieve it, you'll be having 450,000. If you put 100,000 as a goal that you have to achieve, if you don't achieve it, you have 90 or 80,000. That means you're able to do one or two things which will be helpful to yourself, not only to you, but also to your family or to your friends or to your girlfriends or to anybody who is important to your life. For people watching this channel for the first time, this is called the Game Podcast. You can like, subscribe, and follow. We normally talk about anything to do with sports. We need to talk about motivation and just financial independence. So you can follow me. As time goes, we shall be able to get to know each other. We shall be able to advise each other and see how our life will be. So thank you once again. Thank you once more. Now, finally, for the people who are doing groups, let's say like for the chama, and for people who are just coming together for a common purpose, saving for a particular goal, this application also helps out, because for the chama, everybody downloads the application. You are able to, before the money comes in, let's say like you're having a funeral, if it's a chama, or if it's just having a group that people come together for a purpose, this specific application will help in that. As you guys know, they are normally for accountability purposes. There might be some delays, or can be some discrepancies whereby people are not understanding. So for a chama, let's say like you're a group of 10, you choose the person who creates the group, becomes the admin, and two other admins. You can take a maximum of 3 admins. And then when, let's say like you're giving money or a loan to a particular member, every member logs in, they approve the amount, and people are able to get their money. And that one gives you transparency in terms of their interest. No money that are put there don't have interest. As you guys know, let me just confirm. So for the 52-week challenge, the interest that your money will earn will be 8%. And if, let's say like if it's quick save, you're saving for something, you'll get an interest of 6%. Therefore, it gives you that comfortability of just not putting money in a specific place, or a specific a place in your house, but it just gives you a sense whereby, if I put this particular amount, at least I'll have generated an interest worth this much. So I just want to encourage each and every person for this year, which is 2025. You can start by now, you can start today, you can start tomorrow. Have a plan strategically, budget wisely. You start small, and then once you have the confidence, we'll be able to see how things will be. So I'll be posting after every 14 days, just to see where I am, and also act as an just inspiration for people who would like to save. As per now, I have a saving of 5,150. I hope to reach 150,000 by the end of the year. So we'll watch out and see if we can do that. Now, for the game fraternity, we say that saving is important. And why is it important? So number one is that because you need to have an emergency fund. As you know, life is unpredictable. Saving helps you to handle unexpected expenses like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss without falling into debt. As you guys know, like we are very uncertain in the country. We don't know, let's say like you might be having a job today, and tomorrow the job might end. And at times, just getting back to relatives or friends might be that it might not be that smoothly. So you need to have funds, and these funds will enable you to uh, to overcome the uncertainties that the future holds. There's also financial freedom. This savings means you are less reliant on loans or credit cards, giving you freedom to make choices based on goals, not financial constraints. You also need to have achieving goals, whether it is buying a home, starting a business, traveling, or pursuing education. Saving helps turn your dream into reality. And then retirement security for those people who are particular age, and they have felt that they've not saved enough. We still have an opportunity. You can be able to save in advance, and then this money will help you to live comfortably in the future, and when you'll never be working. And then also when you have an objective in saving, there's that peace of mind. So knowing you have financial cushion reduces stress and provide a sense of control. So how do you get started? You set by goals. So we are still in the month of January. I think this is the last week of January. So you need to set a goal. It's never too late. You can start even today. You can decide that by the end of this year, you want to do 1 to 3, you want to travel 1 to 3 to 3 places, you want to do this particular course, you want to build this particular house, you want to build this to buy this particular car. And now this one will give you an initiative of having an objective. As you guys know, if it is not written, this is a corporate jargon, if it is not written, it is not done. So you need to set goals, and by goals is that you need to write your goals down. Number two, you budget wisely. You track your income and expenses using 50-30-20 rule. 50% is for your needs, your rent, your bills, and everything. 30% your wants, and then 20% for saving. So whatever amount you get, you can decide to put 20. You can decide to use 50-20-30 rule, or 50-30-20 rule, whichever you seem fit. You can do that, and then you start small. As I told you, Chums, at least it has given me an application whereby you start 50 shillings, you get 100 shillings tomorrow, you can deposit, you get 200, you can deposit, and all that. Also, automated savings. As I told you guys, it gives you a notification. You're able to see that I'm supposed to schedule for this, or I'm supposed to achieve this particular goal or this particular result, and that's what you save upon. And then you also avoid temptation, so you keep saving in a separate account to reduce urge to spend. So you diversify in a way that the M-Pesa, like when money is in your M-Pesa or money is just in your card, you're prone to just go and spend it. But for this particular application, I liked it because, like by the time you have an emergency and you want to withdraw the amount, and then it tells you it will take 48 hours, that is 2 days. So I'm like, instead of me withdrawing the money, I can just wait for 2 days and see if I can think strategic, or if I can look for other solutions on how to get money. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. I go by the name IG. I was your captain. I'm logging out. Keep safe.